Hey guys, Craig Beggins here, broker, C21 Beggins Enterprises. I've got some agent news today, and you're probably not going to like what I have to say. It is time to get back to good habits, right? And this complex, competitive, and complicated market, there's just so much going on. Our customers need us now more than ever, which means we have to get back on our game better than we have before. Let's talk about having tough conversations with buyers and sellers that could keep you from getting the deal, right? So let's just play a game. You're going on a listing presentation. The house has a 20-year-old roof. Do you sweep that under the rug or do you talk about it? Hey, seller, we're likely going to have a problem with your buyer because most insurance companies aren't insuring houses with roofs that are over 20 years old. So we kind of have two options. So you're going to lower the price so the buyer can afford to put a roof on, or you're going to put a new roof on it to make it valuable to the buyer. That's a tough conversation to have, but let's say you don't have it. And then what's going to happen? We're going to get a buyer. The buyer's going to look at the house. The buyer's going to get a home inspection. They're going to get insurance estimates, and then they're going to cancel the contract because they can't afford to put a new roof on. Or you got to go renegotiate because you didn't have the tough conversation up front, right? These are the conversations I think you need to have. Listing agents, have it up front, have the answers, have the seller prepared. Buyer's agent, if the listing agent didn't do what I'm recommending, talk to them in advance and talk to your buyers in advance of even making the offer. I hate it when you guys do the work of writing the contracts and get them negotiated just to have them fall apart later. It's a waste of your time, it's a waste of our time, it's a waste of everybody's time. So we got to get back to good habits and have tough conversations with buyers and sellers, depending on which side you represent, even if it costs you the deal, right? Well, the other agent didn't tell me I had to put a new roof on. Okay, well, fine. We'll go with the other agent, list the house, put it under contract, and buyer's going to cancel, right? At least prepare them for it one way or another. Same thing with roofs, same thing with air conditioning, same thing with water heaters, right? And another thing, this is going to get you. So you've been working with a buyer, they're looking for a house, looking for a house, looking for a house. They buy a house for $1 million, right? Well, that house was owned by John and Mary for 20 years, and they've had the Florida Save Our Homes tax benefit for a long time with the price appreciation cap of 3% per year. So they bought it for $300. Their assessed value is now only $400,000. So their tax bill is only $6,500. So John and Mary say, hey, this is a great house, $1 million, the tax is only $6,500. That's fantastic. And then, dun, 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 they close on the property, they prorate the taxes at $6,500. And then January 1 comes around of the next year and Mr. Property Man comes and reassesses the property. And he says, oh, this is a beautiful $1 million house. Our millage rate in Hillsborough County anyway is 23 mils. So $1 million times 23 mils, that's $23,000. What do John and Mary think now? They bought the house with $6,500 in tax. Now they got a $23,000 tax bill. That's probably a little exaggerated because you're probably 20%. It's going to be $15,000 though. So $15,000 tax bill versus a $6,500 expectation. That's a pissed off buyer is what it is, right? And oftentimes their lender, to get them qualified, won't forecast the future taxes. They'll get them qualified on today's taxes on what's known. And then they build their escrow on that lower amount, and then they come up with next year and their escrow's short, number one. Number two, they got to double down their escrow and their taxes tripled, right? So if you tell them that up front, hey, just so you know, buyers, this house is likely going to be $15,000 a year in tax. Well, why? It's only $6,500 for them. Because of Florida's tax laws, we get a cap on our assessment increases. So yeah, you tell them that up front, and they might not buy the house. They don't want to pay $15,000 bucks. But what are you going to do? Trick them? We want customers for life, right? So my topic today is having tough conversations with buyers and sellers, even though it may cost you the deal. Because in the end, we don't want an unhappy customer. Give that some thought, and let's do the right things. Thanks.